Welcome to our Players 1.0. Today on Straight to the Point, we're going to be discussing a video I previously made a couple of weeks ago. I actually made the video about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but I wanted time to really think about putting it up because I knew it would ruffle some feathers, and it really did. So I made a video on the mission precision darts fitting. One of my students went, in fact 2 of my students went, but the other one didn't want to be mentioned on the first video, which is fair enough. So they both had pretty negative experiences. And I made a video on the back of that. So I didn't share my experience. I'll give my review on that. I shared the review of somebody else who didn't have a platform, who felt they didn't get what they had been sold through the website. And after reading the description and hearing his experience, I understood why. Now, the email I received from the person who does the fitting threatened defamation. They said that I'm giving a third-hand account. My defamation is giving a statement of fact. I said nothing is a statement of fact. And I didn't share a solid view on anything. I just said what the customer was saying. I gave my opinion on terms of darts fittings in general, not particularly this. So I said if you don't have a consistent throw, I wouldn't worry about the equipment. I wouldn't bother with the darts fitting, and I stick by that. I stand by that statement. If your throw isn't fairly consistent day to day, it's pointless looking at which dart to buy. I think that just costs people a lot of money in the long run. If you had a different size foot every day, why get a shoe fitting? It makes no sense to me. Get your throw fairly solid, and then the equipment's very important. It is important, but you need to have some sort of consistency with your throw to make it worthwhile, in my opinion. He was also very unhappy that I used the logo or my thumbnail had some of the content that they have copyright to. Darts Corner logo is used on a lot of videos, some that I've put up myself in the past, which has never been a problem. And there's the other people who've put up in the past that have never been a problem. If you type in Darts Corner on YouTube and look at the reviews, most of them have the logo in there at some point for Darts Corner or for Mission, if you look at either of them. But in this case, mine was the issue. So I wasn't very pleased. And we agreed to talk the next day. So I had to cancel some sessions to make it work, but we had a discussion. I didn't start off very pleasant, and I said all calls are recorded and monitored, covered all bases. I went to discuss it, but he chose to change route very quickly and have quite a constructive and what actually became quite a pleasant conversation, which I'm very happy to report. It wasn't quite as formal as I thought it would be. It was at first, but we found some mutual ground between us and agreed to go forward from it. Hence, I agreed to make a follow-up video, and he agreed to change the sale on the service, because I was still very unhappy that it's an hour slot and you don't get an hour. Now, if I paid someone to do an hour's work, if I paid them an hourly rate, I'd want an hour's work. I don't even mind if they finish that job within an hour. I've got something else for you to do. If you sell me a service and it's done in 10 minutes, not a problem, I'll pay it every day. I didn't like the way it was worded, and I think a lot of people might not have gone to the service if they had known that they were going to be in and out that fast. So I felt like it was mis-selling customers. That was my opinion on it. And to be fair, they have changed it. And I think that's admirable. I think that reflects very, very good on them. So if you look at the description of the service now, it gives the approximation of time, because a lot of the time it seems to be taking less than an hour. It does still book an hour slot. Now, the reason it books an hour slot is due to IT issues. So it's technically you're booking up to an hour, but at least it says that in the description. I don't think anyone's going to this without reading what the service is anyway. Yeah, I think if they do, it's got to be a minority, I should imagine. But, so that was a good change, and I think that's sort of, the videos had a positive effect on that. I should imagine it's going to be good for them and good for the customer, because the customers going, I think, are more informed about the service they're buying. And in turn, a customer who is getting what they thought they would get is a better customer for you as a business. So I think that's had nothing but a positive impact. I think that's going to be good. In terms of some of the things he was unhappy with, So he did say that a lot of these statements were untrue, not just by the person in the video, but by the people who have written to me as well. He said that it never takes 20 minutes, and it's never been that quick. He also said that he never, ever only tries one set of flights and stems, which is something we spoke about, and I pushed him quite a bit on it. Would you ever only use one set or one size of flights during a fitting? He said no. He would always use at least two. A big standard and a small standard. A number 2 and a number 6 is the way he worded it. I still have the call recording for it. So I've checked this before making this video. I've got it all written down, because I don't want to misquote anyone. But, so, he also said it's rare he goes beyond that. Now, he did give his reason as to why it's rare he goes beyond that. And he said that most of the people that come to him are benefited by having a standard shaped flight. Most people do use a standard shaped flight as an amateur in particular. But are you happy with that as a customer? You know, it does say precision fitted flights. The precision is going to be down to his opinion, which is what you're paying him for. So if he feels that there's no need to go beyond one shape flights, then that's what you're going to get on the day. He didn't deny changing point sizes at all. So as far as I know, they never change point sizes in it. And in terms of people having the same shape dart, I said it could be a coincidence, and he says it is. Yeah, he says not everyone comes out with the same shape dart. The reason I pointed it out was because there are people making reviews online that are the same dart. The people who complained to myself all had the very same sort of rugby ball shaped dart. And then there was actually a good review posted a few days ago. A really happy customer with the service was very delighted with it. I'll put that up there now. But he did come out with the same shaped dart, which is a coincidence. But he did point out this is less than 1% of the people he's fitted. He's fitted over 600 people. And he has a customer satisfaction survey of over 95%, which is a pretty good rate. So it may just be a complete coincidence. But he was very unhappy with the video I posted. Very quick to drop the legal action. I think he wrote that email just angry. I think it was an immediate reaction. By the sounds in it, he said that defamation wasn't his word, and that he'd been sent the video by a fellow professional. So I do think someone might have been in his ear a little bit and just ruffled his feathers more than the video might have if he had just watched it himself. Because we did find some common ground on it, which was good. I'm really glad they made that change. Now, I did say I would redact one thing that I said, or reword, I should say, actually. He said that I suggested it would be better if there were other brands in the service. Now, I said I would reword it if it came across that I suggested Mission should be selling Harrow's darts or any other brand. Obviously, I don't think another brand should be selling another brand's darts. This would be a terrible business decision. But I didn't actually say it in the video. I watched it 9 times, the original video, before I took the jokes out. The only thing I removed on the re-upload was a few jokes, because they could be taken as a statement of fact, even though it was quite plainly just sarcasm, where I said maybe the bag for the goodie bag was better than the contents inside it. The actual bag itself, it was a joke. I think it was plain to see it was a joke, but from a legal standpoint, it's better to remove it when something's threatened defamation. So I did. I also changed the thumbnail as well. I'd never actually made that statement anyway. It was said in the comments by someone else, and I agreed with it. Now, what that customer was saying is, I think it would be better if a shop offered the service. I still think that's probably the case, you know, because then there's no risk of association between picking a dart for you. But I don't expect Mission to sell other people's darts. I want to be very clear about that. So if I did come across in the comment, because I did agree with the comment, if anyone thought I said that, no, I didn't. I don't think that at all. I'm not a moron. But, yeah. So, I think it's fair that he stands by his service. Professionals have used the service, he says. Professionals have sent their friends to use the service because they're very happy with it. And I'm welcome to go up and visit. The reason I don't feel it's right for me to go to visit is, one, is the time off work. I just can't afford to take the time off the coaching to travel up 2, I really don't think I need it. I've had my own custom darts, and I've been playing darts for over 20 years and coaching darts full-time professionally for 3.5 years. I currently work with 6 PDC players. I do know what flights do what. So I don't think it will be worth. But in terms of doing a review, again, I don't think it would be. I could do it for that reason. And I was tempted to, but there are other people that have done the reviews. And they've all had a very good experience. Nothing like the experience these customers have told me they've had when there's no cameras on. So that's the point of me. If I went, I'm sure I would get a better experience than these customers. But I think there's only going to be positive things coming out of this video, because now we know, you know roughly what you're getting. I think there's more clarity on how long you're going to be there for. By watching this video, at least you know what to expect in terms of trying and fitting darts. You're not going to be trying 200 sets of darts. You're not going to be trying every shape flight. Unlikely, I should say. But at least you know what you're getting. I'm not saying Andy couldn't do this job. Andy's been one of the better coaches, to be fair. One of the best. There's a lot of people out there that shouldn't be coaching darts, but he has been one of the better coaches. I don't want to say he's the best or the worst, because I think that'll be unfair to other people as well. And obviously I work in that industry, so my opinion on it is, it's a little bit, again, risk of association. I might have just made friends with Andy, or I might want to put another darts coach down. So you have to take that with a pinch of salt, you know. But so I don't really think it's fair. But I will say, in my opinion, he's one of the better coaches. He's worked with more professionals than most darts coaches. There's not many of us that have done that. And yeah, he has been on the pro tour. He's been playing darts a long time. He knows what flights and stems do. I don't doubt that he could help people pick a dart. I never said that in the video. I said there's a customer for the service. It's just not me or Sam. And again, I stand by that statement. I'm not the right customer for this service. If you think you're the right customer for this service after this video, great. You know, some people are enjoying the service, but I'm not going to be one of them. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching straight to the point. Please remember to like and leave a comment. And as always,
subscribe if you love the darts.